I'm currently battling Scout, who just wants to attack my camera as I'm filming this, so hopefully this goes well. Hey guys, it's Sydney and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. And if you are, make sure you subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up because that just really helps support me and I would appreciate that a lot. Also, before we jump in and get started, but make sure you follow me on Instagram. You know, Instagram is just the daily, always active on there, so make sure you follow me. There's Scout making his cameo. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be just like an influencer 101 video. I don't really know what to title this, so I guess like we'll see what I come up with, but basically I just want to share with you guys some tips and tricks to just get discovered as an influencer on Instagram particularly, because if you don't know, so I'll just start this off by giving a little background information. So I have been working as a social media manager, social media coordinator, whatever title you want to put on it. I have been working on the other end of influencer marketing, you know, creating campaigns, recruiting, doing outreach, tracking everything. I've been doing that for a few years now, and while I am on that side of influencer marketing, you know, conducting it, I am also on the receiving end of influencer marketing as an influencer myself. And so between the two worlds, you know, having like the inside scoop on both ends, I've just learned a few things, realized a few things, and I really want to share them so you guys can grow and get discovered as influencers, but also so the other social media managers in the world can have an easier time trying to find you guys. So a lot of these tips have to do with that, just how to show yourself on Instagram and what things that I use personally when I'm trying to find influencers for clients, for campaigns. So I have 10 tips written down here, and I'm just gonna go right through them. So let's get into it. Tip number 1 is to please, for the love, use hashtags. Like obviously hashtags, like the kind of trend of using hashtags have come and gone throughout Instagram. Right now it is so important to use hashtags. You should be using hashtags just to like get discovered in general, but most importantly is use hashtags according to your region, your city, where you're based, because that is a huge tool.
Isn't she so pretty?
Oh, okay. All right. Wow, I'm getting attacked. These crazy boys. Anyway, where was I? Hashtags, cities. That is such a huge tool that social media managers and marketers use to find influencers, because a lot more than you think influencer campaigns could be according to a certain region. So for example, we have a client right now and they want to hit all coastal cities. So they want kind of like coastal influencers. So I'm looking up New York influencers, LA influencers, Florida, like Miami influencers, using hashtags that are like AZ blogger, like that's one that I use all the time because I'm in Arizona. So if there's anything that pertains to Arizona or location or just local campaigns, I always use hashtag AZ blogger. So like for New York, NY blogger, NYC blogger, like those things, some of the hashtags are a little bit more saturated than others, like LA and New York, those really, really big cities with huge influencer populations, but it really is a great tool to use to get discovered for local campaigns. Also, with that, tip number 2 is to put your location somewhere in your bio. That is also so important, because on the other end of just finding people in maybe a certain location, I sometimes need to make sure that my influencers are all based out of the US if we can't ship product internationally, or maybe I am looking for international influencers. Anything like that that narrows down the search, you should put somewhere in your bio. Me particularly, I'll put like a screenshot of my Instagram. My bio is just getting a little cluttered, so I put Phoenix AZ in my name, like not my actual Instagram handle, but in my name, because also when you're typing in Phoenix AZ in the search bar on Instagram, I'll pop up with that. So that's another thing. You could put it like, put Sydney Jaws, put the bar, and then put like LA based or like Phoenix AZ. Like those little things also help you to get discovered for those local campaigns, or maybe if marketers just need to make sure that you are based out of Canada, or that you're based out of the US, or you're based out of wherever. Also, still going along with the whole bio theme here for Instagram, tip number 3 is to please include your email at least written out in your bio, or make your account a creator or business account on Instagram and have the email button with the right email connected with it. I cannot stress that enough. I don't know how many really amazing, talented, huge influencers I stumble upon. I'm like, ooh, I want this person for this campaign that I'm working on, and they don't have their email anywhere, and they're a bigger influencer. So when I DM them and I'm like, hi, what's the best email to contact you with? They don't answer because they don't see their DMs. So it's just kind of something that is like so clear as day. Like if you want to be discovered, you want campaigns, you want work as an influencer, why are you not gonna put your contact information somewhere on your page, you know? So make sure at least you have the email button or have your email written in your bio, or both. So still going off of just location, discovery, all of that, tip number 4 is to use geotags in your individual posts. That's another great way to be discovered for those more location-based campaigns and everything. So maybe I'm trying to find influencers in a really defined area. You know, I might just look up the location and see what posts have been posted using that geotag. I do that a lot, and I kind of mix it around with the different cities in Arizona. One post will be from, I'll put Scottsdale, another one will be Mesa, but especially for Arizona, it's all relative, it's all very close. So that doesn't matter, but make sure you're using accurate geotags. And it's great to use geotags too when you're traveling, so that people know, like marketers know, oh, this influencer is out of the country right now. Well, maybe not right now, but this influencer is out of the country. Maybe we shouldn't pick them for this campaign. We'll keep them in mind for the next one when they are back from being abroad. Just those little things also really help in the recruitment process on the social media manager end of things. Halfway there, tip number 5 is to have a media kit, and have that media kit put together and up to date. I try to update my media kit every few months, you know, kind of quarterly as numbers start to grow, hopefully. But it's really important to have a media kit. It just looks so professional, so that when a brand does reach out to you and they show interest, they email you, you can be like, awesome, thank you so much for your interest and thank you for considering me. Attached is my media kit. Please check it out. Let me know like what you think, yada yada. With that, getting down to the nitty-gritty of a media kit, your media kit should include photos of you, photos of your work, so you know, just screenshots from your Instagram, basically, of other past collaborations, not just random photos, but collaboration photos, because those are a little different than your everyday photos. Examples of past collabs, brands that you have collaborated with, a little about me section. You want all your insights on there, so like your demographic breakdown, age range, cities, locations, all of that, so people can see who your audience actually is and if it aligns with what they're trying to achieve through this campaign. You want your engagement rate on there, average likes, average comments. You want all of these numbers on there, and then also, most importantly for you guys, you want your rates. So you should have a breakdown of your rates on there, its own separate page, you know, what you offer. So like, for example, my media kit includes YouTube rates and Instagram rates, because they're different. Those are 2 different audiences. All of that is very important to include on your media kit. And for creating a media kit, Canva has really good templates. That's what I use. So, you know, just choose a template and then I just kind of tweak it and make it all my own, so it still is like unique to me. So all of these kind of piggyback off one another, if you couldn't tell already. But tip number 6 is to include keywords about yourself in your content, in your brand, in your niche. in your Instagram bio and your media kit. 3 keywords that I use to describe myself are fashion, beauty, lifestyle. Those are the categories that I would put myself in. So I have that on my Instagram and my bio and also on my media kit. And those keywords are just another thing that marketers use to just kind of narrow down and differentiate influencers from one another. You know, every campaign is looking to target a certain niche. So really knowing your own niche, knowing what niche you fit into, knowing what niche you want to be into. Saying niche is just like going to give me a tongue twister. But it's very important to know your niche and know where you are in your niche. So having those keywords are really great because, for example, for a campaign, maybe it's like an alcohol client and they specifically want like cocktail influencers. So if you're an influencer who loves cocktails, posts about them all the time, maybe you put that keyword in your bio, like lifestyle and cocktails. Tip number 7 is a little bit more of like cleanup, homework, housekeeping kind of thing. And this is the thing that I was talking about on my Instagram that sparked this whole idea of wanting to really do this video, is to remove bot followers from your Instagram. We're just removing people who aren't exactly your target demographic. It sounds weird to remove followers, but those bot followers, those people who follow you for the wrong reasons, don't add any value to you, your content, your brand, your numbers. It's not adding anything except for a number in your follower count. Some people might not have this opinion, but someone who works on both ends of the influencer marketing spectrum, I really stand by this opinion, but I would much rather have authentic, engaged followers and have like really good engagement rate, really good like ratio for likes, comments to like my followers and everything, than have 100,000 followers who don't give a shit about me and just followed me because they're all bots. Then tip number 8 is just flat out post content that you like. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to kind of conform and be like everybody else in your space. And at the end of the day, it's your Instagram, it's your page. You know, post whatever you want. I just feel like there's so much pressure to post like the same like aesthetic photos and everything. But like, if you don't want to do that, don't do that. If you do want to do that, do it. But like, stay true to you and your content, because when it feels forced, people know that it feels forced, you know? Like, your audience will know. Your true audience will know. Then also with that, tip number 9 is be consistent. I can't stress this enough. Be consistent. I post at least once a day. When I'm like really running low on content and I have nothing to post, maybe I might go like 3 days without posting, but that's like really pushing it for me, 3 days without posting. But being consistent is huge. You always want to be posting at least once a day. It's becoming more popular to post 2 to 3 times a day. If you have enough content for that, you do you. So across the board, be consistent. Post Instagram stories all the time. I do that all the time. It really helps boost you up, you know? And the last tip, probably one of the more important ones, but tip number 10 is just don't be a collab sponsorship whore. And I say that like kind of funny, sarcastically, but like honestly, your audience will see right through you if you are saying yes to every email that comes into your inbox about wanting to collaborate. And so just don't say yes to everything. Stay true to you. I mean, if you have like 5 emails come in one day and you say yes to all of them because they all align with your brand, what you want, your rates, yada yada, you know, all the power to you. But maybe, you know, sprinkle them out so it's not like paid post, like back to back to back, because people will see right through that and brands will see through that too, you know. Now more so than ever, brands are seeing through influencers who just have sponsored posts after sponsored posts, and because they don't want their product to just be, you know, oversaturated and just fall into the abyss of your sponsored feed, you know? Just say yes to what you would actually buy. That's kind of my rule, is I only say yes to things that I would actually buy with my own money. But if it's a product or service that I'm like, I would never ever use that, then I say no to it. No matter how much money they're offering, it's just not authentic. And I'm like, my followers would probably see right through that. Whew, that was a mouthful. This video is getting so long, I can feel it. So I'm going to wrap it up right here. I did a Q&A on my Instagram, but maybe I'll just do an IGTV Q&A for that because this video is getting so long. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope these tips help you, whether you are an influencer or whether you are new to the social media marketing, influencer marketing world. It's a big world out there, so it can kind of get confusing. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, you know, the thing we talked about this whole entire time, Instagram. Yeah, follow me on there. I'm on there. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me, and yeah, bye.